I'm talking to the young people and some of the older people who can relate to this. This is not a battle. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. For some of the reason these men are being hung and out to dry and dying and having their pockets sapped, all of their money, is because they are under the illusion that sex is greater than what it really is. So now I'm talking to the kids and to all of the simps and people who are into trans and walking behind it. It ain't all that. You know, it's for those that just feels good for the moment, and that's all. It don't carry on 5-10 days later, you ain't somewhere. You know, it don't happen like that. It's just like Bishop at my church that I came up at in East Cleveland, Ohio, Bishop Finney. He said one time before, somebody asked him about eating Thanksgiving food or whatever. He said it's only good for eating, that's it. So you eat the Thanksgiving meal, it's over, you rub your tummy, you go lay down and do whatever. It's the same. It ain't greater than what it was, or it ain't greater than anything else. It's just as important as paying bills. It's just as important as smiling. It's just as important as having money in your saving account. It's just as important as everything else. If this was a file cabinet and we have files, it's just as important as any other file. It ain't above none, it ain't less than none. It's just as valuable as another lesson. Let me talk about an aspirin bottle. Aspirin are for headaches. So if you catch a headache or whatever, you take aspirin or ibuprofen or whatever you do, and you don't marry the bottle, you don't keep it. The bottle was specifically just designed to get rid of the headache, and that's it. Pop 2 of the pills or whatnot. 4 for some of y'all that got real hard heads. You drink some water, or if you want to drink Absolute and vodka with yours, that's your own choice, because it's your life and it's your death. But anyway, so the aspirin or whatever you taking, that's all it's for. How many people have you seen walk down the aisle and marry an aspirin bottle? Nobody. So that's all it is. It's just as important and as unimportant as everything else. It ain't worth being in a trance, all walking around with your arms in front of you looking like Frankenstein or some kind of a zombie chasing it, thinking that you got to get some young girl or either some old girl who give you a hard time, who really just wants you to get her roof done, her lawn cut, and whatever else she need for you to do from the task force, trying to punish you from something who got her pregnant. She's upset about them, but gonna make you pay for it going forward. I heard what Steve Harvey said, and Steve Harvey is a classic example of somebody that's in love. The person who is in love the most is the one who has to do the most. I think it is cool when you're in a trance, but when you're in a trance, then you got to be the one that carry all of the weight. Steve Harvey said it, and he's right. The woman don't have to do nothing when you're in love. If you head over heels and crazy about them, and you can't live without them, you can't breathe, when they get bigger than God, and you don't need nothing, them to do anything, them being a statue is good enough. So yes, Steve Harvey is correct. But how many people are in that state of awe where you just like amazed at a mom? They're like, oh my God. So any kind of touch, any kind of vibration, any words exchanged with this person, if you can marry them and you are in love with them like that, man, I'll leave you alone. Stay in your trance. Don't come out of it. Hopefully she's being faithful and maybe she feels the same way about you. But if she don't, you could have trouble down the road. But nonetheless, it ain't as great as what you think. I'm telling you right now, for the people who have never participated, save yourself, wait. If you're not a biblical person, I understand that at this point, but you at least want to know that it ain't all that. Okay? Like I say, sex is only as good as everything else. Like this nice breeze, or the sun shining, going to the beach, eating a good ice cream cone. I like eating. Sex is only just as good as eating a good meal. That's all. Watching a football game or coaching a football game. It ain't better than it and it ain't less than it. It's all pretty much equal. So don't put no extra emphasis on something and giving women some type of leverage to make you look like a fool. So just quit doing that. It ain't all that. Enjoy whatever you enjoy and you keep it moving. But if you ain't thankful to God for whatever you're doing, it don't matter anyway. So not fornicating is not going to save you to get you to go to, some people don't believe heaven is real, get you to go to heaven. So if that's the case, then if it ain't no heaven, then it don't matter. But if it is heaven, just because you fornicate is not going to be the reason you don't go. It's a lot more stuff entails that your thought process, the way you think, the way you treat other people, the way your spirituality is, it's a lot that go into this stuff. Quit putting emphasis on one thing. It ain't just sex. Sex is not that great. It ain't everything. Love y'all.
This shot the shout of Maurice, man, my brother, man. You know what I'm saying?
Motell Granite the Greatest, man.
Yeah. Let there be light.